Morning everyone, and welcome to today's lesson. We are going to look a little bit at descriptive writing. Now I know some of you might say, but we've done this before, we know how it works, but my idea for today is to really focus on how to write the correct setting, because so often we tend to forget how to write and we keep the setting in the back of our minds. So let's have a quick look. But before we do that, what I would like you guys to do is just grab a piece of paper and a pen and make your way back, because there's going to be a couple of questions which I would like you guys to answer. So hurry up and come back. All right, so before we do anything, we need to make sure that we understand what we already know about about descriptive writing. So this is an opportunity for you to really reflect and write and maybe answer some of the questions. So let's go through them. Why do you think it's important to learn how to write this way? What do you already know about descriptive writing? What is the structure of a descriptive piece of writing? When do we need to describe someone or a place? And what sort of jobs would you need to use this type of writing for? So pause the video, reflect a little bit about it, and write down some of your answers. All right, welcome back, guys. So now we are zooming into descriptive writing. Now, I know when Paul Mason came and he showed us a beautiful vintage suitcase, we were so inspired because we couldn't wait to describe this suitcase. And that is exactly that. We are looking at something, and in order for us to do that, we need to make use of our senses. So if you look in the middle of the screen, there's a little fish. Now, most of the time when we write a story, we'll say, and there was a big fish in the ocean. But how can we actually describe the fish without telling me there was a gigantic fish in the ocean? So in order to do that, we need to make use of our five senses. Okay, so what does it sound like? If you have to think about a fish, does it sound like anything? What does it smell like? Now, most of you, even if you've gone to the shops and you've walked past the frozen section, have smelt some fish. So think about that. What does it smell like? And if you were lucky enough, have you ever touched a fish before? What does it feel like? And hopefully you tasted this cooked. What does it taste like? Now, here with the examples, here you can use metaphors and similes to enhance your writing capabilities. So it looks like a, or you can use a metaphor in order to write about the fish. And then what does it look like? Okay, so what we are going to do today is we are going to look at a setting, because a lot of times we kind of keep the setting in the back of our minds and we tend to forget about it. But the setting is like the beginning stone of our story. It actually allows your reader to capture their minds and to actually have the setting where your story takes place. So we do not need to neglect the story. Okay, so what I want to do, sorry, I'm just going to delete that part because I would like to do that with you guys, is I want you to watch the following video clip. Have a look at it, okay? Maybe watch it a couple of times, and then when you're watching it, think about the following, right? Why do you think it's important to really describe a setting? Grab your piece of paper again, get some bullet points and make some notes, and list some of the reasons why you think it's important to describe a setting. Now, what I want to do is I want you to watch the video one more time, pause, and on your piece of paper, write a descriptive scene or a setting of a forest. Okay, so I'm going to give you about 2 minutes to do that. So off you go and have fun. Okay, so you guys are back, so let's have a look. So if I say, let's do this together. We are going to describe the setting of the forest. So let's start by simple saying, as I made my way through, or let's say, if I made my way into the forest, forest, let's just spell that correctly. Okay, I could see dark, twisted trees and a layer, not trees, and a layer of, let's say, mist. Layer of mist. So I'm trying to actually create a scene that's causing a bit of suspense for you right now. Okay, so can you imagine yourself walking in this forest and it is dark and the trees all look a bit scary and there's even a soft layer of mist. Let's describe the layer of mist a little bit better. We can even say a layer of white mist to really paint that picture in your mind. And this mist is covered the path that you are walking on right now. So you can't even see Poppy right now. Okay, so already you're a bit nervous because you can't see. So one of your senses are kind of blocked right now. And it's dark. The trees look scary. And you might be quite cold. So let's say as you're walking, you can actually feel some raindrops falling onto you. So let's say raindrops flickered through the trees. And now I'm using a simile, like 1,000 splints of a rainbow. You can feel the soft water falling on top of you. So now I've created a setting or a scene that's quite mysterious. It's quite, I'm not quite sure, it's a little bit of suspense, so we don't know what's lurking around the corner. And maybe you're alone. So from here on, we can really focus on your characters, walking on the path and feeling that the suspense definitely around them. All right, so give it a go and see what you came up with. What I'm going to do now is you are going to describe a setting at the beach. Okay, so most of us, if we're lucky, have been to the beach before. Okay, and as you can imagine, the sand between your toes, the sun scorching as it's a hot, beautiful day in New Zealand. You can hear the seagulls all around you. You can actually taste the sweet salt taste in your mouth. You can smell, there are different smells that you can smell, and you can even feel a lot of the sand, the water. So think about your senses on how to describe the setting of a beach. So what I would like you guys to do is click on the video clips, have a look, and really concentrate on what you can see. Okay, so take note of the following. What can you see? What can you hear? If you were there, what would you feel? Okay, would you build a sound castle? What are you seeing right now as you're at the beach? Okay, so I just want you to write a descriptive paragraph on a setting of a beach and really include your senses. But what I do not want you to do is I don't want you to answer questions. This is not a situation of what can you see and you answer me, I can see the beach. No, just think about those things to guide you. Okay, so have a go at describing the setting of the beach and please email it to us. Looking forward to your work. Bye.